Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I'm out at Granny Camp, which is my Alaska off-grid cabin, and I was thinking about disaster prepping. What do you need to do for the first 3 days, the 72 hours that we always talk about, having a bug-out bag, a 72-hour kit, having an emergency plan. But what are the components that we need to do for that kind of a situation? Many of the emergencies that we'll face in our lives will be things like winter storms, hurricanes, wildfires, power outages, frozen water pipes, all of those things that can very much be disruptive to our life, but usually don't last longer than 3 days. That's one reason that we need to be prepared to take care of ourselves for the immediate future. What can you do today, tomorrow, and the next day so that you are prepared to deal with an emergency? The more prepared you are to take care of yourself and your family for the first 72 hours, the less likely you are to panic. And the longer that some emergency goes on, the more likely you'll be able to cope with it. You've already been dealing with what's happened immediately. So if you can then know that you can gather your inner strength, that you took care of the immediate problems, you know that you can deal with whatever if this keeps going on and on. Just like when this COVID started and they told us, stay home, 14 days to flatten the curve. And we're approaching almost 2 years of, we don't even know if we flatten the curve. And there have been so many other things that have happened on top of that that have just made our lives upside down. So we need to be prepared that we could then have an emergency that affects just us. It doesn't have to be the whole world. It can be just you. You need to be able to have a plan of what you can do to take care of yourself and your family for a minimum of 3 days. You need to have several different types of plans. Number one is sheltering at home. If you could stay in your home and you could be safe and you have all the things that you need, that's great. But if something happens to your home and you are forced out of your home, don't say that can never happen to me, because you never know. And if you don't plan for it, then you will be in a complete panic and have chaos in your life if that's something that you need to do. So make a plan for how you can be safe in your home, then make a plan for where you could go if you had to leave your home. Where would you go? How can you get there? And what do you need to pack up to have to take with you? That's when you need your emergency bug out type gear, your bug out bags, your emergency equipment that you would want to take if you had to leave your home. Think if you were going on a camping trip, what would you take with you? But you'd also want, say, the important documents that you would need in case you could never return to your home. You need to have things like a copy of your driver's license, your identification, your health insurance, your homeowner's insurance, the written list of your most important contacts, your doctor, the number to your pharmacy, your children's school, your daycare center, and a written out list of phone numbers of people you would want to contact. And if you didn't have your phone, you could look at your paper list and then you would still have the contacts and still be able to get back to normalcy because you can still contact the people that you need to. If you are leaving your home, you need to have a paper map and a route of how you're going to get there. It can be as simple as a trusted neighbor's house, perhaps, a family member, a friend that lives an hour or more away. And if you have pets, you need to have a plan. Where could I go that it's safe to bring my pets? If your bug out location is a hotel in times of emergency, make sure it's a pet-friendly hotel. You can find that out ahead of time while you're making your plans. If you want to take your pets and you think you'll just go stay in a campground, find out which campgrounds allow pets. If you want to bug out to a friend or family member's house, make sure it's okay with them if you bring your pets. And if not, if your family member won't let you bring your pets, maybe their next door neighbor will let your dog stay in their yard while you're there in an emergency situation. It's these little problems that crop up all at once that can make our situation seem unbearable, but it's not. If you plan it out ahead, you don't panic and you don't have just pure chaos standing on the sidewalk saying, what do I do now? You already have an idea of what are the steps you can put in motion to try to get your life back in order. What if something happens when you're away from your home? You need to have a plan with your family members. Where can you meet? Make a plan of where you could meet so that you know you're all back together and you're safe. With your bug out bag, make sure you have a photo of your family and your pets. If you remember back to 9/11, people were posting pictures of their missing family members. Please contact me if you see this person. If you don't have a way to identify that person, you're going to have a much harder time reconnecting. Also, if your pet should become lost, if you have a picture of you with your pet, then there's no doubt that that would be your pet. You want to make sure that your house is secure as possible. You want to make sure that you have secure locks and that you use them. Make sure you keep things like ladders and tools inside your garage or your shed, that you're not inviting someone, climb this ladder to my upstairs window and walk right into my home. You want to keep things put away that would enable others to have access to your home. Get some good motion lights, outdoor lights. I've even seen a few at the store recently that were solar lights. We've all seen the little solar lights that you can put on your garden path, but I have seen some that you can hang up on your house. I don't know how well they work, but I've seen them and I'm thinking about trying them. It's just solar isn't a thing that we use in Alaska in the winter times. Okay, oh, Teddy, someone needed to be held. Think about all of the basics that preppers need. Water, food, first aid supplies, hygiene supplies, ways to cook your food, some tools, flashlights, maybe a portable heater if you need one. If you need to leave your home, perhaps you need a tent and a sleeping bag. Have a water filter, maybe a wrench to turn off the gas in your home if there is something like an earthquake and you need to turn off the gas. If you need to leave your home, you might even want a silcock tool, which allows you to open faucets on commercial buildings so that you could access more water if you needed to. I made a video about all of the things that you might want if you needed to live in your car, even if it was just temporary. I'll put a link to that video to give you more ideas of things you might want to take with you if you needed to leave your home in an emergency situation. Nobody knows what's coming, but we know we all have challenges ahead. Every day is a new surprise, and we want to make the best of it. So tell yourself, I've been through hard times before. Whatever comes my way, I can deal with that too. And then you have a basis for looking positively forward, which is going to help carry you through no matter what the future brings. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.